Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the And Also podcast. I'm your host, Madison, and today I am joined by my wonderful, lovely boyfriend, Jake. Jake, thank you so much for helping me set up today because I realize I literally know nothing about anything.
No, you know quite a bit. I'm impressed with the equipment that you got, so I think it should sound pretty good, but I guess we'll have to find out.
The equipment's just a start. I need to learn how to actually use it.
That would help.
And then that would be very helpful. Today, we are going to be playing We're Not Really Strangers, sort of like what I did last week with the self-reflection episode. But this time we're going to be doing relationship-related questions. Before we get started with the game, we have our drink of the day, of course. This week, usually I try the drink before my guest comes in and give you guys my review and stuff, but Jake loves to do a little drink taste test, and he also helped me make this drink.
Jake inspired, if you may. I love strawberry coffee, so I guess what we did, I'm new to this, it is called shaken espresso. Madison, please tell the folks what shaken espresso is.
You put your espresso into like a cocktail shaker with ice, and then we put strawberry syrup, shook it all up.
And what does it do, Mad Threads?
It makes it nice and frothy and like cold.
Okay, so we have a strawberry chocolate, or chocolate covered strawberry, if you will, shaken espresso with some rainbow sprinkles on top. And I've been waiting to try this for the last 20 minutes. Taste test. Cheers.
Cheers. Yum.
It's pretty good.
I like it.
It's not overwhelming, which is great. All right, now that will be gone in approximately 10 minutes.
Okay, so that's our drink. What do you rate it?
I don't know. It's kind of hard. I'd give it a 7 for flavor. It could be better. I hold the bar pretty high.
That's fair. I think it's pretty good. I would drink it again. Okay, so next is the book of the week. So the book I chose, I don't love this cover. I feel like it's very...
What is it?
I don't know. It's a book. What do you mean? So this book is called Born to Love, Cursed to Feel. It's by Samantha King, and it is a collection of poems about love and loss, just the ups and downs of loving somebody. I picked this today, one, because I don't have a ton of relationship-related books because I don't find them very interesting. So I picked this one because, it's relationship-related, kind of has to do with the topic of the episode, but also if you like poetry and you just want something simple to read that is not like super dense and like overcomplicated, this would be a really good one. So definitely check it out and let me know in the comments what you're currently reading. Are you ready to get into the meat and potatoes?
So excited.
You look really pretty today.
You look really pretty.
Thank you. So here we have We're Not Really Strangers, the original pack. We're just going to start pulling cards, chatting, and hopefully something interesting will come of this, really. We'll start with level 1. We'll each pull a few, ask each other, damn, you're really chugging that coffee. So first question, what does my Instagram tell you about me?
That you do social media. You are like a lot of people and have a certain aesthetic, but it also, I think, shows that you're pretty explorative, and I just see it as you being like a very explorative person, although you don't like to leave your house.
Shady boots and faded roots, girl. That is so true. Like, I wouldn't say my social media is inauthentic because a lot of the stuff I focus on is like mental health and like really for me it's just about like the little things I do every day. At the same time.
You look like a YouTube girly.
I do. I don't know what order of life you saw my Instagram when you met me, but when you first saw my Instagram, did you think it was weird? Because I remember I told you like, people are going to care about who you are. If you're on my Instagram or like my podcast, like you got a death threat on my podcast the other day. Like you did get like, it wasn't necessarily like a death threat, but it was like death threat adjacent.
Yeah, I didn't really look too deep into it. Just saw that you were this fashion-y city girl that liked to post vlogs and had a YouTube channel. I mean, pretty much all I took from it. Do you think I'm usually early, on time, or late to events? Explain.
I mean, knowing you, because I know you, you're like very much on time or late. Like you take every last minute to be in your bed or like to be doing whatever you're doing.
You should segue into the train ride home.
Girl,
from the city.
How about you start with that? So
well, I forget what was the reason that we were trying to take a train back.
It was the Uber's fault. It really wasn't our fault.
Yeah, we were trying to take a train back to here.
Upstate New York.
We were
From New York City.
Visiting the city. And we ordered an Uber, had a bunch of baggage with us.
We ordered an Uber from Greenpoint, Brooklyn to Penn Station.
It was supposed to be how long?
Maybe like 35 minutes. And we gave ourselves an hour.
Mm-hmm.
We were ahead. Or we had extra time.
Long story short, we had to jump out the Uber, 7-minute walk to the train station because of how busy the traffic was. And so we got out of the Uber in the middle of the street, and you took like a couple bags, and I had like 2 suitcases, a backpack, probably like 80 pounds of clothes and stuff, and we were just sprinting down the streets.
Oh my God, wasn't it raining too?
It started to sprinkle or something. I remember just being
it was the worst
sweaty, wet,
situation,
stressed out, and we got on the train. I don't know. I feel like we had like a good 5-6 minutes to like just sit on the train, and
we somehow got a seat together. I mean, we were sprinting, and that was in our like gym era, so like we were prepared for that. I felt trained. I felt prepared.
You go on the what is it, the elliptic? No, you just go on the treadmill. You go on the treadmill, so maybe you were a bit more prepared for that.
Let's see. We ran from 5th and 28th to 34th and 8th. That's far in the span of 9 minutes, I think. We were boots on the ground sprinting. Oh, this is interesting. What do you think is the hardest part of what I do for a living? So for a background, what I do for a living is I'm a freelance
media person.
Digital media guy.
Would you call it agent?
I mean, so I have an LLC, Mad Threads Media, and I basically have a bunch of different clients that I do all sorts of different digital media things with. I do videography, I do podcast production and editing, I do project management, I do social media management, graphic design, like anything on social media. That's what I do.
I don't think your job is in any way difficult to deal with because your schedule allows us to be able to see each other a little bit more freely and not so scheduled and, you know, what is it called? Regimented? Yeah, I would say there's not very many things that is difficult about you and the job that you are. I mean, I guess maybe if I was like a psycho boyfriend and didn't like you posting things, that would be
so annoying
for me because
this would be awful.
You're just posting everything, but
yeah.
I like it. But I guess when you just have to randomly make posts at random times of the day, and it doesn't really bother me, but it's just we'll be in the middle of something and you'll say, I have to make a post.
Literally, I'm like, oh, it's 6 p.m. Like, sorry, we're having a really deep conversation over dinner. I'm like, gotta post for the client.
Yeah, or something will just come up randomly through one of your clients that you have to deal with on the spot. If MySpace were still a thing, what would my profile song
Bartender
be?
by T-Pain and Akon, is that what it is?
I met the bartender
and then looking at bar with her.
She gave us drinks to drink. We drunk them.
Got drunk.
And now I think she thinks I'm cool. She gave me a wink. A wink. That. And now I think that.
That is
I got the point.
There's no other song I would ever pick for that.
That was good. That was on the spot.
What compliment do you think I hear the most?
Your glasses.
Yeah, that is so real.
You get complimented on your glasses all the time.
Every day.
You get compliments on your glasses. I think you also get compliments on you smelling good. People love your outfits, but I feel like your outfits get more complimented on like the LGBTQ community more than anything. They
get it.
Eat the girls and gals up. Gals.
My people understand the assignment. When I met you, this just reminds me of a funny story. When I met you, you were like, wow, I've like never seen an outfit like this. I was wearing, I'll see if I have a picture of this outfit. I probably do. I was wearing like my black puffer coat with the smiley faces and frowny faces on it. And then I was wearing the pants where one knee has a smiley face, one knee has a frowny face. And he was like shook. You know, this is like upstate New York where the girls are not dressing. You know what I mean?
No smiley faces on clothes.
No smiley faces. Emoji. Yeah. Yeah. Let alone a frowny face. And that's just like so on brand for me. Like in my apartment, the amount of smiley frowny stuff I have, like the rug.
Everything in your apartment, you mean?
Everything.
The pot right there, the other pot.
And he's like, oh my gosh, like, did you like make that? Like, he was so gagged by my outfit as if he had never seen a smiley and frowny face girl before. We'll just, since it's a wild card, we'll do this one together, okay? Draw a portrait of each other to the best of your ability, then exchange.
So we're not doing that, but we did do that. and we are going to show what that looked like.
Insert photos here.
Enough said.
This is for our 1-year anniversary date. We went to the park and we just like painted portraits of each other, and they're like really tragic.
And it took way longer than you would expect.
Hours.
Granted, a lot of the time was spent trying to mix the paint colors
and like perfect the background.
Yeah, I thought it would be great if we had a little background of where we were, but then that took way too long. And so when it came time to actually paint each other, we made each other's portrait super small, and it was so difficult because the paint was like very thick and it did not spread on the canvas very easily. It was just hard. What do you think my go-to karaoke song is? Now you have to sing something different than Bartender because I wouldn't sing Bartender, but what would my karaoke song be?
Karaoke song?
And this might be a little difficult because like the songs that I think I would actually sing in
Easy
karaoke,
Like a Sunday Morning.
That would be
you
a
would
good
pick
one.
that.
Nah, but that wouldn't be my go-to.
Or something from like Michael Bublé. Because you sound like Michael Bublé when you sing. Jake is a really good singer, by the way. I'm just putting that out there.
There's one artist in particular that I think...
Justin Bieber?
No! I was thinking more like John Mayer. I like singing John Mayer songs. But the thing is, if I was to do karaoke, you know how like when people do karaoke, there's the people that are always singing the lovey-dovey, like the slower Adele songs.
And it's boring. It doesn't bring up the energy.
Yeah,
like,
you know,
have to
so
pick,
it's like
Ariana.
if I was to do karaoke, I wouldn't want to be one of those people that are like so... I wouldn't be super serious about it, but if I was to sing a song like John Mayer, I'd be like, okay.
Be like, okay, girl, wrap it up. We're
we
all
get
bored.
It. And if I wasn't good at singing that song, it would just make it even worse because it's like okay, first
suffering.
You're putting us all in the bag and you can't even sing it correctly. Yeah. So as much as you'd hate for me to say this, I feel like I would sing like a country song. That
was my second guess, or Disturbia by Rihanna.
What?
Because you were obsessed with it for like a long time. Jake listens to NPC music. No, but you have me, Sid, and Ivan in the back, like we're like the little triangle of girls in the back. Tennessee Whiskey or whatever.
That is such a hard song to sing. If I wanted to do all the... We're like Zach Brown Band. You know I like my chicken fried. Cold beer on Friday night.
Last time I went to karaoke, somebody did that song.
In the radio, whoa, whoa, whoa.
That would never fly in New York City is all I have to say.
How is a little thing in life.
What subject do you think I thrived in at school? And did I fail any?
What subject? We have talked about this, but I feel like I can't quite remember. I know you're terrible at math.
Period.
You are
failed.
so bad at math.
Failed.
I don't even understand. Okay,
it's
anyways,
actually
dragging you.
No, drag her because she needs to be dragged. She needs to get her shit together.
Bad at math.
It's from childhood. Like, you know that meme about like when you ask your dad for like help on your math homework and it's like a kid crying at the table? That was my life until I graduated high school. Like my dad is really good at math and he could not help me.
I feel like you were also really bad at like chemistry. Chemistry was a bunch of math too, and chemistry was basically science math.
We have like a state test in New York State that we have to do for like certain subjects to like pass or whatever, and I failed it 3 times, the chemistry one.
Which is funny because she's very smart.
And I went on to have a chemistry major in college.
I can't remember if you told me you were good or not, but I think you would be very good at English because you're a very good writer, you love to read, and I think if you have those 2 things, you would just excel in English because that's essentially... English is more of it's like graded differently, I would think, because there's no necessarily right or wrong way to be a writer. It's like very much... what's the word I'm looking for? Like it's personal creativity than it is like, you know,
more like anecdotal.
X equals 2 versus,
yeah. It's more like I know what word you're trying to think. Like it's like loose.
Yeah, I can't think of the word either.
It's like more broad.
No, that's not the word, but we'll forget about it.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I was really good at English and history.
If you were to buy me a present knowing nothing about me other than what I look like, what would it be?
What?
That's interesting. I think you said when you first met me, you just, had all these thoughts about who I was.
Yeah, that's what I'm going off of.
Yeah, so like...
This is going to sound mean. I'm trying to think of the first time we met, you just came back from golf. So maybe something golf related. But looking at you, and I want to do a disclaimer. This is in no way, shape, or form at all how you actually are as a person. But just looking at you, I would have got you one of those like hats that dudes wear like atop their skull.
The little-
insert photo. Like, it's like a Yankees hat, but it's like one of those big body ones. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Because you just kind of look like that sort of guy. Turns out, not at all. What does my phone wallpaper tell you about me?
That you love your boyfriend.
You're gonna be a little shocked.
Very much. What, is it not me? Oh my god, it's Bose. Wow. I'm proud of you.
I wanted it to be you. All the pictures I had of you as my wallpaper, you hated. So
Well, with the bows, yeah. I mean, you're just black and white everything, and you have black and white bows on your lock screen. I'm very surprised it's not me, but at the same time,
it's
I'm
been
happy
you
for
since we met. I'm sorry. I still love you.
That's fine. Good for you. Period, girl. Do I seem like someone who would get a name tattooed on myself?
No.
Right answer.
No explanation needed.
No
Just
explanation needed.
Who do you think my celebrity crush is?
Oh, Robert Smith.
Yes, not me going.
Is he
That was
up there?
embarrassing.
Is he up there on the wall?
He's
No.
not on this wall,
Not on the wall.
but
He should be. He should be like
I know I have 2 posters that I
with
need
like
to
a
get framed.
gold ornamented frame.
Yeah.
All right. Well, he's serving up some looks, and okay, yeah, I could see that a little bit. I'm just not into like traditional mega goth.
Not the mega goth.
He's like founder of goth, wouldn't you say?
Basically, he's in the big 5. I also
Okay.
have a girl celebrity crush.
Okay, let's see.
Well, there's 2 acceptable answers. There's 3 acceptable. There's 4 acceptable answers.
I'm sure if you tell me, it would make sense, but I can't think of them off the top
Sabrina
of my head.
Carpenter,
Really?
Haley
Me
Kiyoko,
espresso?
me espresso, and Ariana.
Do you think I was popular in school? Explain.
Yes, because you were. And you're like a sports guy. Like you were doing all those sports. And you did everything in high school. You did theater, you did sports, you did clubs, you did smart people stuff, you did fun stuff.
I was in chess club
yeah, like you
with
were
a bunch
always
of middle schoolers.
You were always doing something. So I feel like you just knew everyone.
Yeah, I also went to a very small school. My graduating class is like 80. But our middle school and high school were connected, like split in half. So I also knew a lot of the younger kids through like other clubs that I would do. And I did the announcements.
He was
Good
famous.
morning. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. It is Wednesday, my dudes.
What was your first impression of me?
I just thought you were so cute and you had like such good style and like your style coincided with your personality and you just like talking to you, you could tell that there was like more to you than what was on the surface. Like you were just an interesting person and you're so cute and smiley and adorable.
I'm like, tell me more.
What about me is most strange or unfamiliar to you?
The most strange thing about you is how incredibly kind you are.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, and just how calm you are. I am just not used to men being calm or kind or patient or aware,
Oh,
like emotionally aware
That's so
in the
sweet.
ways that you are. It is just very unexpected and it's just something I'm totally not used to. Miss Girl is
you.
very nice. Miss Girl is very kind.
think of your favorite brand of cereal. Oh, it's a wild card. On the count of 3, say your answers out loud, both players. 1, 2, 3. Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Ah! Yeah.
Let's go. Okay, so now we're moving to level 2. So these might get a little more deep. What is a compliment you wish you received more frequently?
That's a good one.
I have an add-on. And is there a specific person you wish you received it from? Because like there's general, like maybe you wish people noticed something about you, but sometimes there's like one person where you wish that they would.
You're so tall. No.
Is 5'7".
I'm 5'8".
5'8". Short king.
Get it right.
Short king. I tell you you're tall all the time, first of all.
Maybe the 2 things would be that I do a good job at work and that I've got nice hair.
Period.
How would you describe the feeling of being in love in one word?
Jake. I would say
I'd just say safe.
safe. Peace or safe. But also Jake.
Oh.
Finish the sentences. Strangers would describe me as blank. Only I know that I am blank.
Strangers would describe me as confident, although I am shy. What question are you trying to answer most in your life right now?
One question I'm trying to answer in my life is what do I want out of my life? And
I think everybody asks themselves that.
I mean, right now for me, I'm trying to figure out career and where do I want to live and like what is the end goal for me? Like what will make me feel satisfied?
Press shuffle on your music library. Explain the first song that comes up. Down, get the scrappy, so happy to blow and make so round sounds. Pussycat on my lap, push it back and go to town now. I don't think I need an explanation. That song is fire.
Okay, let's see what comes up for me.
Okay, not as
It's
bad as
actually
I
a good
thought.
song. That song I put in my playlist when I first met Jake. I like it because it's just talking about like falling in love with somebody and not knowing what to do with those feelings and like you can't take it anymore.
Do you think I fall in love easily?
No, definitely not. I think maybe internally you do, but like you won't say it. You definitely will give yourself the time to like really process your emotions and understand what it means to love somebody and how you want to address it. Like maybe you do fall in love quick, but you definitely protect that for yourself for a really long time.
Do you think I've ever checked an ex's phone for evidence?
No. Maybe when you were younger, but I don't think you would like do that. I don't really think you have.
No.
I think you're kind of just like, if something's off to you, you just like move on with your life.
Final round.
As a child, what do you think I wanted to be when I grew up?
A philosopher?
Real.
A mortician?
Yeah. I wanted to do makeup on dead people.
Do I remind you of anyone?
Yes.
I know who it is.
Should I say it?
Sure.
Is that weird to say?
No.
You remind me a lot of Regis. Is that what you thought I was going to say?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm glad you don't think that that's a weird thing that I say.
No. Hey, come show him to the camera so we can wrap this up.
And here's Dio.
You said I'm not giving you what you want.
No. Okay. Anyways, this is Dio, our little kitty. How old is he?
Probably a year old now.
No, we got him in December.
8 months. Aw.
Bye-bye. Say bye-bye.
So that was our little game.
So that was our little game. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned a little something and it was a silly, goofy moment.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Ding. Yes, if you are listening on Spotify or Apple, be sure to give the show a review, save it to your playlist, send it to a friend. And if you are watching on YouTube, definitely subscribe.
And leave us hate comments.
Leave us hate comments, death threats. Tell us we should die and break up. And it would be so great of you to do that. Thank you so much, Jake, for coming on.
Of course. I love you.
I love you so much. Bye.